Hi, welcome to this Excel tutorial video on functions, specifically creating our own functions. This video was recorded in August 2021 using Excel 365. So I've already created videos on finding functions, using functions, common functions, and I'll include links to those videos in this description. But it might come to a point where you are trying to achieve a very particular solution, and it might be that if you had a function that would do it, it would kind of help you and save a lot of time. So Excel allows you to create your own bespoke functions. So I'm going to do that as an example today. So let us imagine that we've got this code column here, and I want to format that code in a very particular way. And the format's going to be letters, 3 letters, then 6 numbers. And if there isn't 6 numbers, I want to pad it with zeros. So let me try and achieve that using kind of the existing functions that we have. So if I do equals concat ABC and A2, then we get this result. Now I want to have at least 6 numbers padded with zeros if there isn't 6 numbers. So now in this part here, we're going to do concat again, and I'm going to do 6 zeros, and that will kind of get us a little bit closer. But now we've obviously got too many numbers there, so we can say right, and at the end of here we can say 6, and this will achieve the format that we want, which is kind of fine. It's slightly complicated, but it is fine. It's not that big. You can copy and paste it, put it wherever you need it to be. But what would be easier is if we just called a function that did all of this logic. So let us try and create that function. So if we go to developer, if we go to Visual Basic, and now I've done, like I said, I've done some function videos, but I've also done some Visual Basic videos, which might kind of help. So I'll put some links in the description of those as well. But if we go to developer, we'll go to Visual Basic, and in this little drop down here, we've got the option to insert a module, and we get this window here. Now I'm not going to go too much into this window because I've done other videos on Visual Basic, but this video here is where we write code behind our Excel, and this is where we're going to create the function that we want to be able to call. So let us begin by typing the word function, and then we need to give our function a name, and I want to say format code, and there's our function. So we've now got a function called format code. Now we need to add some sort of logic to it. So we need to give it a parameter, and a parameter is some sort of input. The parameter is going to be, in this case, our code column. And it's going to be a string. It's going to be some text. So I'm going to call our parameter code, and I'm going to say it is text. Now what you need to do here is, the thing with the function is it accepts a value, then it returns a value after doing some sort of manipulation. So let us in here say scode. So scode is going to be our input, and in this case here of line 2, scode is 1, 2, 3. And obviously we want to return this value here. So we can say here scode equals ABC plus scode. And what that will do is it will concatenate ABC to whatever value is passed into it. And then in order to pass that back to the screen, we've got to at the end of the function, it returns the value of the name of the function. So what we say here is format code equals scode. So when this function finishes running, it returns the value of itself, of this format code. So we say format code equals scode, because scode equals ABC and itself, and then it'll return that value to screen. So let's just see. Let's just see if we can run that now. So if I do equals, we should now get an option of format code. And in here, I need to say I need to give it a parameter. And now it's returned ABC123, which is almost what we wanted. If I go back here, we can then say plus. So let's just try that. So if I just, oh, I don't need to save it. If I just, I shouldn't have saved it. Cancel that. We've created that now. If I go back to Excel, I'll delete that and I'll do it again. Equals format code A2, and now we're getting this value here. So it's doing exactly what we want it to do, and because we've got this format code created, we can use it any way we like. If we go to a new worksheet and we just put 1, 2, 3 in there, we can say equals format code 1, 2, 3, and it will format it. And the beauty is, as we change this, so the logic will change automatically. Now it won't automatically change anything you've already created, but any new references to format code will be updated. So let's just go through what it's doing. So format code is the name of the function. So when you do your equals and you start typing, that's the name of the function that you're going to be calling. It expects a single parameter, that's what we've said, just an input parameter. And then in here we're saying, okay, our variable, our parameter here equals ABC, which is the suffix that we wanted, plus, and then we've got this right here that says 6 zeros plus our code, but the right 6 characters of, which is basically what we were doing with our concatenate solution before. And then this last line here is saying, right, my function, the value of my function equals the value of my parameter, which is this S code value here. And the logic kind of mirrors that, but without the words concat, if you see that. Oops. ABC plus, and then we've got this right function here that we're reusing here, 6, and then this will be 1, 2, 3, and it'll be the right hand 6 characters of that, and then it gets returned via this line. I really hope that wasn't kind of, I kind of hope that was very straightforward, and I hope it wasn't too confusing. If you've got any comments or any questions on it, I'd appreciate any feedback. If it was helpful, then that's really, really good. Thanks very much for your time. See you next time.